Hell yes, brother. Maybe.
Oh
Let's
my-
not get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, really, right. I do not appear to be live on Twitch. Oh, wait. Hold on.
No, you're live on Twitch
I am live on Twitch. Okay, good.
and YouTube. Let's go.
Oh, my God. Let's fucking go.
Only took like 8 attempts
Yeah. Oh,
to get live everywhere.
gosh damn it. I knew I should have tested this shit out earlier. Okay. There we go. All right. So we'll hit record here. Okay. And we're recording. The little bit, the little you patrons, you get the little extra little bit at the beginning. Chopping it up before we actually start the actual podcast. Excuse me.
No.
All right. We're live. We're staying live now. Just get a chance to look over the show notes a little bit. That's weird. Are you sure I'm live on Twitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm
Oh.
looking at my dumb face on Twitch.
All right. I've got, yeah, because I had my channel up and not my screen's blank, but it could just be my yeah, okay. It says I'm live. Okay. It does indeed say I am live. Could be. Yeah. 2V. Okay, there we go. Yeah. You are live. Manage stream. All right, there we go. Don't fucking fuck with. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. Everything seems good. Cool.
About damn time.
Yeah, well, par for the course around here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
8 hours of fucking with everything later. It's all working for now.
Exactly. And
Until next time.
yeah, exactly. Until next week when OBS decides everything I just fucking did is just and belongs in the trash.
Do it all again.
Exactly.
Do it all again, idiot.
Fuck you. It's a free program. Get fucked. Which it is, actually, but it's kind of wild, man, that's that this is like the software like you use to stream. Like there isn't one. Streamlabs like has one and you can pay for it and stuff, and it does somewhat automate the process for you, but it's a fucking terrible resource hog. And again, like you said, you pay for it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of wild that like there isn't. But I guess, yeah, I don't know. I guess the genie's out of the bottle, and it's like if there's this good free program, like why is anyone going to pay for one? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I guess I don't know. You'd think these days with AI, someone would program a decent app to do this with that would just fucking pull down boxes for some settings, and boom, you're ready to go.
No. No, fuck yourself instead.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm gonna send out a little tweet and then it'll get going here.
All right.
Actually, I lied. I'm gonna check my fantasy football score real quick first.
And I'll get scammed.
Yep, get fucked. Let's go, Jamar Chase. 5 for 40 and a tutty. Still the second quarter too. Let's go. Gosh damn it, Pittsburgh, do not fucking lose to Cincinnati. I want Jamar Chase to score another touchdown, but that's it. Fucking Pittsburgh, come on. I don't give a fuck about Pittsburgh. Let's be clear, but I mean, like, they have no business losing to the fucking Cincinnati fucking Bungles.
Sure.
They are terrible. 6 for 55. Let's go. All right, that's awesome. I need that. I want to win this fucking league. All right, let's go.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Classic. We are back. That's we are back.
Yeah, we're kind of back. Are we
Yeah.
back, OSB?
I would say so. I know the game's not perfect right now, but they fucking nailed it. Compare the numbers a week after 2042 came out to this game's numbers right now. Hey, this game fucking kills it.
Yeah, gosh, if you're gonna make that comparison,
No, what other comparison can you make? It's the last game that came out.
Yeah, no,
I think
true.
a week
Yeah.
after a week after 2042 came out, there was less than 5,000 players on Steam.
God, that's right. It was. Oh, yeah, because it was so trash. Yeah, that launch was that launch was disastrous. This launch was 33% disastrous, as we'll get into. What's up, everybody? It's your boys. It's your boy Dub. It's your boy OSB coming to you from live from the Motor City in southwestern Ohio with episode 123, episode 123 of the Objective A Battlefield podcast, officially in the Battlefield 6 era. Let's fucking go. Let's absolutely go. Yeah, finally. Yeah, what's up, everybody? I hope this podcast finds you well, of course, as always. Yeah, we're getting into it. We got quite a bit to get into. My Discord is beeping stuff on the system. That's fine. You'll deal with it. You know the drill. Yeah, how's everyone doing out there? If you are new to the podcast, thanks for listening. Yeah, I appreciate you checking in on us and listening to us. Yeah. Yeah, compared to the 2042 launch, yeah, I mean this launch is like the greatest launch of a video game in the history of time compared to that launch. Yeah. And yeah, like I was saying, yeah, it's mostly flawless. 66% flawless. Actually, outside of the 33.9% of people who well, that's just the number I'm making up for the, to make up for the wholeness of the launch. Yeah, because if you were dumb enough like me to think that, like, it's a game developed by DICE, it's a DICE is a developer owned by the Electronic Arts, you know, one of the largest video game publishers on the planet. And so, you know, you're going to buy the video game through their app, right? You're going to buy it through their platform, through EA Play.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. That's a fucking Evan fall for sure. Yeah. Fucking yeah, an excellent launch outside of the fact that if you bought the game on EA Play when the game launched on Friday, you were unable to play the game till about 6:30, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is about the time they finally fixed something. And I don't even know, they obviously, you know, they were all over Twitter with it. They're like, we're seeing the reports of people on EA Play not being able to play the game. We're looking into it. And yeah, so I took the day off work, got absolutely scammed, sat around basically on stream, just like staring at a fucking game that I couldn't play. The most frustrating part about it was I could get into the game, you know, I saw the queue for 300,000 people or whatever. Supposedly some people saw queues of like over that 400,000 people, likely people who like Yours was over 400,000. Oh, no, no shit. No kidding. Wow, that's wild, dude.
It took about 5 minutes. It wasn't bad at all.
So even though those queues were pretty wild, yeah, they moved it. The servers did their job. Whatever the login servers, whatever you want to call it. I forget. There's a specific name for them. Anyway, yeah, it moved people along, got people into the servers, and I got into the game, and then I noticed these little red download icons on everything, on every playlist, on every menu, and I'm going, what the hell is this? So when I clicked on something, it says must download to play, and I'm like, I'm sorry, must download to play? I got the game. I'm in the game. What do you mean I got to download to play? And then yeah, sure enough. So for whatever fucking reason, Electronic Arts somehow, with the dumbest thing is this was 100% just some fucking checkbox somewhere in like their this was just some fucking checkbox that someone forgot to fucking click and their on their servers, like make the game live for the platforms, and for whatever reason someone forgot to fucking check the fucking EA Play one. Yeah, so that was a real pain in the ass. Outside of that, this launch, was quite amazing, actually. Pretty fucking amazing, actually. 500,000 people right off the rip, trying to get into the game and play. And when you got in the games, and then when you did get into the lobbies, like everything ran great, right? I mean, has the game crashed for you once yet?
No, I don't think it has, now that I think about it.
Yeah, no, not for me either. The game, not only has the game not crashed, right? So the game's pretty fucking stable. I mean, like, I want to do a backflip just saying that. You know what I mean? That's just to think about how stable this game is on launch day is pretty impressive. And then, once you got into lobbies, everything ran great. The lobbies ran great. I mean, I think, there may have been some people experiencing, packet loss and some latency issues, likely because there was 500,000 people playing the game at once, right? But that's amazing that they launched this thing. They didn't do a staggered launch. This wasn't a staggered one. This was a fucking, at what time? 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then everyone else on the fucking planet who bought it, that's when they were trying to play it. And so that's really impressive, actually, that it was stable. It's the lobbies weren't crashing. It's pretty wild. It was pretty impressive, actually. And speaking of which, like, the numbers are pretty crazy. According to, where did this graphic come from? The Battlefield Bulletin tweeted, according to, so this was Alinea Analytics. Okay, never heard of them, but whatever. According to Alinea Analytics, Battlefield 6 has already sold more than 6.5 million copies in just 4 days. The game generated over 350 million in revenue. Steam accounts. When I'm seeing Steam accounts and I'm thinking they're talking about like people's accounts. Steam accounts for 65.7 of total sales, with over 3.5 million copies sold and generating more than 220 million in revenue. PlayStation 5, 23.7 and 19.6%. Xbox Series X. Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah.
I'm surprised that that many people, the percentage on PC is so crazy compared to console. Like I always knew Battlefield was bigger on PC, but seeing
That's a
seeing
much
the
bigger-
numbers is crazy.
Yeah, that's a bigger disparity than I would have expected too. Yeah, I would have expected it to be hell. It wouldn't have surprised me if it said like 45%.
Yeah.
Steam sales, and then the rest. And then more like 25-25 or 30-20 or whatever. Yeah, 30-ish, 20-ish for PlayStation and Xbox. But no, it is. Yeah, that is. It's always been more of a PC based game. Yeah. So because well, they didn't market it to consoles. Really, not until Bad Company and Bad Company 2. So yeah, and they've always developed it from the standpoint that that it's going to be played on PC.
Yeah. It's just seeing double the amount of sales on Steam than PlayStation and Xbox combined blows my mind.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, so that's pretty impressive that it launched as smoothly as it did, given these sales numbers. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so pretty impressive launch. Other than the fact that I didn't get to play, even though I took the fucking day off work, so that sucked. You were at work when it launched, but yeah, so pretty cool. And so let's just dive right into the rest of it then, boys and girls. So yeah, like you were saying, what were you saying when we first started out? That you just so we're talking about if we're back or not. Yeah, I feel like we're mostly back. We're definitely mostly back. There's a lot to like about the game. There's way more to like about the game than to dislike about the game for sure. Which was definitely we were definitely not saying that for 2042. There was just a lot of complaining and excuse making for 2042. That's for sure. So let's just get into it. So I just kind of started our show notes with sections. And my first section here, I've got like movement, gunplay, and vehicles. And so just to start off with a few things, and these are just like my kind of this is all just very much like sort of initial thoughts, guys. Not gonna really break things down into too much depth. Not gonna get too granular with a lot of things here. In this episode, we'll definitely save that for later episodes. Speaking in terms of getting really in depth with individual weapons or individual types of ammo and stuff, ammo types for tanks and all the different weapons for tanks and all the different, although we've already definitely some little metas have definitely already emerged for vehicles, specifically helicopters, so that kind of thing. So we won't get too crazy with that kind of stuff tonight. Junkie boy, holy shit, let's go with the 5 gifted. Let's fucking go. That gets the Evan, yeah. Junkie boy, thanks for the 5 gifted, brother. You were a fucking pillar of the community and a Chad and a King. Thanks, sir. Appreciate you, man. Although that's insane. That why is this fucking highlighted? There we go. Yeah. So for those of you who weren't here on Twitch when I first went live, yeah, I've basically had to like redo a whole bunch of shit because my Stream Deck wouldn't work. I had to reinstall Stream Deck, had to reinstall OBS, so Stream Deck would work for OBS. I even went into my fucking Streamlabs dashboard to double check my fucking alerts and shit, and sure as shit, just got the default alert for no even though I fucking updated all this shit. I fucking love streaming. I don't know why my shit doesn't fucking like nothing gets saved. I don't understand it. Anyway, Junkie Boy, appreciate the subs, man. I appreciate you, bro. Okay, anyway, so yeah. So we're not gonna like dive super deep into all the different weapons that you can attach to tanks and all that kind of stuff. We'll definitely save that for later episodes. We'll definitely dive into that stuff as we move forward. We haven't even really unlocked a lot of shit because yeah, we'll get into it. The progression's a little slow. Progression's a little fucking slow, and I've got 24 hours into the game, and I've unlocked. You know, I've basically only been using the M4A1 carbine, and I believe I've got it to level 18. So, 24 hours into the game. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so let's just let's go through the list of a few things we got listed here in terms of movement, gunplay, and vehicles and stuff. So right off the rip, let's talk about the Bloom. That's what's on everyone's mind. Yeah, so the Bloom is pretty fucked because it is in fact bugged. Did Florian or someone on Twitter say specifically what about it is bugged? Or I believe I did read something along the lines, didn't I, or no?
I don't think I've seen anything that says what's bugged. There's one, and we've got it in our notes. The beta bug was actually fixed, but we've identified another two, in fact, issues that impact dispersion bloom in an unintended way and will cause you to have more dispersion at times. And they're working on this. So they're aware of it. They know what the problem is, and they're working on fixing it. I hope it's before season 1. I don't really want to wait that long. I guess it's not that long at this point. It's like, it's fucking 6 days or whatever.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, October 28th. Like a week and a half. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so, yeah, that's right. That was the Westy, the Westy tweet, right? Yeah. Go away. Pop up. Yeah, any details? Yeah, so he got any details. Yeah, today we've yeah. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted to look at. Damn it. Okay, yeah, so he says, okay, yeah, so he asked Battlefield Comms about details for that. And then he said some people have observed some sort of max bloom effect when shooting after a sprint. I've experienced it once as well, bullets going all over the screen. There's definitely a bug in there somewhere. Yeah, so I feel like, and I've definitely noticed it too. It like your bullets feel really like it seems really strange. The spread seems really strange. And the way I almost describe it, I almost wonder if, and this is just me speculating, because some other people have speculated, like Sergeant Danger Cow speculated that he feels like it's that it's a reset issue, that like you're after firing, after you've stopped firing, the weapon's supposed to reset, and you're supposed to get a bloom reset or a spread reset, and you're not getting that, is what he is suggesting. So there's all kinds of things. For me, this is a weird one, but like it almost feels as if only every other bullet is affected by bloom, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I went into the firing range at one point and I started shooting at targets. I don't remember what I was using, probably the M4. And I would fire at a target full auto and it would track every other bullet. hitting. And when I put it in semi-auto, it would count everyone. You could see the damage numbers pop up. On
Oh,
everyone.
really?
But
Right.
in automatic, it wouldn't do that. Is that Bloom? Is that the hit reg issue? Is it something that's just in the firing range? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have seen that. It feels like either like a reset issue, or maybe it doesn't start at minimum spread. It might start at a higher spread multiplier or whatever and then go from there. It feels off though. I don't know what the problem is. There's a reason I work on cars and not fucking video games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. That exactly. I feel like it's like some kind of math issue or something, which is yeah. Yeah, because what I'm noticing, I feel like I should have paid closer attention to it in the firing range when I feel like I want to fire up the game right now and look, actually. In fact, I am going to fire up the game right now. Oh, in fact, speaking of the game, it actually just got an update. I fired up EA Play.
Yes.
Yeah, EA, and I got an update. So, yeah, it just when I'm shooting it, also too, like, I really feel like, because I've barely been burst firing. The only times I felt like a need to burst fire is if I'm firing at a target like really far down range, right? Like really far away. A lot of other times I'm just full auto firing with the M4 carbine and I'm getting my kills with relative ease, which should not be the case. I'm an old and dying boomer. My reaction times are shot and my ability to move my mouse is shot. But that's not true. I mean, the gameplay feels pretty good, and we'll get into that. But like, but then at times I'll be getting these kills where like this dude, like I was moving my mouse, tracking this guy like pretty quickly, and I was keeping my reticle close to him or my aim down sights close to him. But like I just felt like I hit way too many shots. You know what I mean? Like I like, whoa, I just hit way more shots than I should have hit just now. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Which is so if every other bullet, if only every other bullet is being affected by Bloom, like say for instance, if you have like a 40 round mag, then my suspicion is that 20 of your bullets are lasers. You know, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm getting at? If only every other bullet is being affected by the spread, your first bullet maybe has some deviation, but then the second bullet is going laser right to where you're aiming. So if you have a 40 round mag to it, right, you've got 20 bullets that are lasers, and that's kind of OP. I mean, I don't know. That's just speculation on my part, and I have no idea if that's what would actually happen. But why did I want to fire up the game? Oh, I was going to go in the firing range and look at something, actually. So I'm going to go in here. I don't know if you guys can hear my game or not.
I can hear it in Discord, so probably.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Well, do I have... Oh, yeah, because my game volume probably is up on my Go XLR here. Let me turn it down a little bit. Go XLR. Game. Yeah, I'll turn game down here. So it's not too loud. Yeah, so if you go... Oh, God, it's hard to see. It's hard to see the damage numbers from here, actually. But, yeah, you don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like... Well... Okay, hold on. If I fire... Yeah, I mean, I fired 10 rounds, but it didn't look like 10 damage numbers popped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What I would do is I had it in auto, and I would just click real quick. Just one little click, hold it for a second or whatever. It'd fire off 2 or 3 rounds, and I'd only see two little chip numbers come up.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. And I just like... Yeah, and that's the other thing. I was firing at this target's crotch, and then the vertical... I got a headshot with, like, just as I got done firing. That's what I mean. Like, the fucking... Yeah, you seem to get headshots really easily in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really strange. I know, there's something really strange going on with it for sure. Anyway, but the cool thing is we know they're working on it. right?
The real cool thing is the game's not a completely broken, featureless, asset missing game at launch. We're cooking, boys. We're so cooking right now.
Yeah, no, that's a really good way to describe it, actually, too. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Battlefield 2042 was just such a undercooked mess when it came out. Yeah, and this is not that at all. That's true. This is, yeah, it's a complete game, and that's
It's probably one of the better, if not the best, Battlefield on launch.
why is
you don't
wait,
have
hold on.
you don't have QBZ DMRs crashing servers like you did in 4. 5 was bad at launch, so the level cap was way too low, and it's a terrible game anyways. We know what happened with 2042. 3's too far back for me to remember. 1 had a good launch. 1 I remember having an okay launch, and maybe Hardline, but who the fuck played Hardline?
Yeah, yeah, really. Hey, easy now. There's like a lot of people who really liked Battlefield Hardline. I played it a little bit for sure. Yeah, exactly. And not only is it, not a complete mess of a game bereft of features, but like the devs are actually actively trying to fix things real time.
They're communicating, which is huge.
Exactly. They're communicating. Yeah.
Even in the last 2 games, it's a huge turning point. In 5, they said fuck all for months.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've talked about that before, how bad that was. Yeah, and now David Sirlin, who is only the longest tenured Battlefield dev at DICE, basically at this point, right? Pretty sure he is, or at least he's one of the longer tenured devs at Battlefield. Florian Drunk Z, he's a principal game dev. The community manager, Kevin, I can't remember his Twitch name, something Total FPS or something like that, right?
FPS,
Total FPS. Alexia Christofi, they're all over it and getting the feedback and making sure that it's getting to the right people, and they are actively looking to make sure that these issues get taken care of. That's one of them. And other than that, gunplay is pretty cool. It's going to get more. I've only used the M4 carbine basically. I've used the B36 assault rifle a little bit. I kind of liked that initially for the little bit that I used it. So I mean, other than the problem with the bloom, the gunplay feels pretty cool. The guns sound pretty cool, so that's pretty cool. We'll get into the sound a little bit more for sure. Another issue that I hope they're going to address is the it still feels like your player trips, like your aim is affected too much by little changes in terrain. You know what I mean? It feels like I mean, obviously it's different when you're moving around and if you're jumping or sliding and stuff. But even if you're just ADSing and you're just trying to kind of hold a corner, or you're trying to it seems like you get these weird little deviations in where you're aiming. I'm guessing it's because there's still a little bit too much input on your character from the terrain, and you get caught up on the terrain a little bit too easily still too. So that's stuff I'm hoping they're planning on fixing soon. So there's that stuff. Other than that though, vaulting feels pretty good. As far as climbing things, there are there's actually a couple different types of vaults. There are quick ones when you go over something kind of low, but when you go to pick yourself up over a wall or up onto another level, it feels pretty slow, which I don't mind. It probably should be. We don't want to get we don't want your guy to feel like he's got a fucking jetpack on when he's trying to go over walls.
Well, unless
But-
if you're trying to vault over something and then you shoot 10 feet up in the air. That's fantastic. Let me get over this fucking wall real quick.
Okay, what is that? I don't think I've experienced this actually.
I've had trying to vault over stuff or sometimes trying to get on the ladder, like the assault ladder. You just shoot into the air.
Do you
The
really?
ladder's better. The ladder you can get some fucking hang time with that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
It's like you're flat out at Rally Finland coming up to a big jump or some shit. The vaulting isn't as bad, but yeah, your feet will go above whatever you're trying to vault over, at least, if not a little higher.
Oh shit. Huh. You have an Nvidia, right? Nvidia
Yes.
graphics card? Okay. I wonder if it's an Nvidia thing. I wonder if there's something with the rendering and the physics that it's in it, because I have an AMD graphics card and I have seen people launching into the air. I don't know if it was because I saw someone vaulting over something. I've just seen some random times where fucking bodies. I actually think it's mostly been dead bodies, but yeah, being launched into the air. Or maybe it was other times when people were trying to vault over something. But yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if it has, because it definitely hasn't happened to me. I've been climbing all kinds of shit. I've been using the tactical. What did you call it? The tack ladder, or what did you call it?
I think it's called the assault ladder.
It's the assault ladder. That's right. Yeah, I've used the assault ladder. I'll talk about that when we talk about the classes, because I got kind of a funny story about how OP those things are. So yeah, I don't know. I think that might be an Nvidia thing. Maybe, I don't know, because I haven't experienced it.
I don't know. I've seen other people like in my lobbies go flying. I think it's like at a certain angle of something is at. Like polygons aren't lining up right or something. It's really weird because it's inconsistent. It's not every time.
Yeah. I mean, and along these same lines, as far as the movement goes, it's I definitely felt like I liked the movement in the beta more than what we have in the launch. Yeah, what we have with the launch of the game. But this isn't terrible. This really, it's not as bad as we maybe thought it was going to be. It still feels okay. I still feel like your soldier, though. I don't mind if they keep the walk, they're just the normal walk speed where it is, but they need to increase the sprint speed a little bit. And I think they can leave the sprint speed with your knife, with your knife out right where it is. You zoom pretty good if you sprint with your knife out. You zoom. Yeah, I actually have like raced people, and I mean they didn't know they were in a race. I was just racing them because but I was just
the best
kind of
way to race, really.
Exactly. Yeah, I do that all the time when I'm driving. Yeah, but I was just like, I'm sprinting with my knife out, and I'm just kind of trying to pay attention to how fast I'm like catching up to people, man. And you zoom when you sprint with your knife out, so that's kind of nice. But they need to up the sprint speed with your main weapon out a touch. Maybe like 5%. Even if it was just 5% more, I feel like it would feel a little
just
nicer.
Cut hair faster is what we need.
Yeah, exactly. See hair faster. Yeah. So, and then all the other stuff. I think there's definitely some complaints about. There is still a little bit to see. Now I don't know. They might fix the bloom, and then the complaints about penalties about jumping and sliding may go away once they fix the bloom.
Yeah, we really don't know what the gunplay's really like yet. Outside of maybe 2 or 3 guns that I think aren't bugged, we don't really know how the game plays. We've got a very good idea. Don't get me wrong. Using M4, MP5 is really solid as well. But we don't know how it's going to be once you unlock everything and you have a free choice of what you can use, because everything's fucking broken. Use a DMR. They're spicy right now.
Yeah, I did use the M39 a little bit because it was DMRs were part of a daily challenge, and that did feel pretty spicy actually. Nope. What's up, brother? CS knife movement, baby. That's right. It does feel a little bit like CS knife movement. Not quite the same. Actually, you know what? It might if I need to. I think I'm. God, people are gonna fucking cringe. But I'm pretty sure I got my FOV at like 100 right now. Yeah, I probably need to like bump those numbers up to like 115, and the knife. Yeah, then the running with my knife out will feel a little bit more like the CS knife movement. Yeah. So speaking of some other physics, getting into the helicopters a little bit. So any of you, any helicopter pilots in the chat know what I'm talking about. These helicopter physics are vastly different than any Battlefield game we've ever played. Like nothing. These are completely different helicopter physics. And they're not terrible. I wish they were a little better. You have to fucking really pay attention to what you're doing. The momentum is like real. E equals MC squared. Well, that's not. It has nothing to do with. Never mind. Straight. I'll edit that out anyways. Anyway, but just your momentum is real. Like if you like in the past, it seemed like you could let up on the controls, and the thing would stop moving fairly quickly and sort of settle into the position that you expected it to. Now, when you let up on the controls, that bit just keeps fucking sliding in a direction. You know what I mean? It just keeps moving. So you have to basically stay on top of the controls constantly. If you let up on the controls, you'll just keep you'll be going side to side, or you'll still be going down, or you'll still be rotating or tilting or whatever. So you have to counter input. You know what I mean? You can't just let go of the controls and and you're good. You've got to be like inputting constantly. It's kind of wild. It's kind of Nope thinks it's pretty sick. It is kind of sick in that sense. It is kind of it makes it you are immersed in the input for the helicopters, and I've getting the hang of it, and it was definitely weird at first, but like it didn't take too long to get the hang of it, and it's pretty fun actually. So let's move on so that brings us to the tanks. Kind of the same kind of thing, except you can't really use the input to settle the tank down. The tanks move well. Actually, the tanks move really well. The overdrive boost you get from it is fucking quick. It's actually pretty awesome, and it sounds cool as fuck too. But they still don't move quite as they definitely don't move as crisply as they did in the past games. The terrain, like your soldier, you can really feel how the terrain affects the tank, in terms of it tilting, rocking back and forth, things like that. And it really it makes it difficult to get your aim settled, even once you've let up on the controls, because it'll roll a little bit, and if you're rolling over a little rock, the fucking tank will tilt just a little bit, and when you're trying to aim, that little bit of tilt is maybe throwing you off or something. Yeah, it takes a good second for the tank to really really settle down. But overall, I really like the way they move. It's responsive, and it just and I like the turret movement. I think the turret movement feels pretty good. What are your thoughts on the tanks? How much have you driven one yet? Have you been in a gunner seat, the driver's seat yet?
I've been able to drive a tank. I stole one. I was up for about 90 seconds. I moved 30 feet. I took out 1 1/4 tanks. So I don't have a ton of experience with them. Junk's talking about the gunner seat in the tanks. I have some use with those, and I don't know if I'd call them too strong, but they're pretty strong. I think the ones I've used have been LMGs, not HMGs, though. So we'll see what happens. I normally prefer those. But yeah, the tanks sound fucking awesome.
Right?
You can hear all the gears and shit moving, and the turret rotating, and all that kind of crazy shit that tanks do, and it's very pleasing on the ears. I don't have enough time in with them yet to
Gotcha.
know anything else about them.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I moved 30 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got into a fight.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the gunner seats feel pretty powerful. The machine guns are pretty good. They seem like they're probably doing a little bit too much damage right now. Definitely far more than in 2042 for sure. Because I mean, you would get hit markers for fucking days with even the heavy machine gun or the light machine gun in 2042. Yeah, whereas like in this game, like you're roasting people fairly quickly with either the LMG or the heavy machine gun. So yeah, and there's a whole bunch of cool ammo options for the tanks, which is really fun. One of the funnest details about the tanks that I think is so fucking cool that they did. I was on Operation Firestorm. I was settled in on one end of the map, and I was firing shells at a tank across the map, and it took me. I didn't notice it right away, but I'm watching one of the shells go, and as you fire a shell, the shell leaves the barrel, and if you notice, you'll notice these like three things break away from the ordnance, right, from the tank ordnance, and it's like the casing. So like,
oh cool,
oh dude, it's so fucking neat, dude. Like, next time you get a chance to, like, if you fire at a target fairly far away, and like really kind of like pay attention and right in front of right in front of the tank barrel, yeah, you'll see the blast and you'll see the casing fall away through the air as the ordnance is leaving the. Yeah, it's such a fucking cool little detail, actually. Just so much cool. We're gonna notice a lot more shit like that as we go, but yeah, that is a really awesome little detail that they put in the game, and as well as the sounds. You're right, the sound on the inside of the tank is just so fucking great. Like they nailed it. I'll get into it. I got a note in here about the sound design, because there's a whole bunch of other things I want to talk about as far as the sound design goes a little bit later on. As far as jets go, no idea. Haven't flown a jet and don't know if I ever will, because I don't know. I had like a flight stick style joystick for like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, to fly jets with. So like, yeah, I don't, and that's how I flew jets in Battlefield 3 and 4. I never really flew them with a mouse. And I tried to do a little bit of jet flying in 2042 before this game came out, and I couldn't seem to tweak the mouse controls in a way that were good for me. Like, I just was terrible in it still. So yeah, I don't know about flying jets, but if I can figure out a way to get my mouse controls to work with them, or I might even like break down and buy a fucking like kind of flight joystick kind of setup to do it with. It's actually a lot of fun. It was a fucking shit ton of fun. Let me tell you, I've talked about this before. In Battlefield 1942, flying those World War II planes with the chase camera and a fucking joystick, it was so fucking fun. It was awesome. Anyway, so speaking of so we've got a couple of Twitter notes in here that address the bloom bug. Yeah, so that first one we talked about was Westy. So just kind of going back to this. And then so then Drunk Z Florian, I believe he replied to where'd it go? So there was that stuff from Westy who brought it up. And then Tactical Brit tweeted about the gunplay. The gunplay in Battlefield 6 feels rough because it's still not working correctly. The spread bloom is okay. Yeah, see, he talks about here where it's not resetting correctly. And then Florian's reply to him, well, yeah, oh yeah, that's right, you talked, yeah. The beta bug was fixed. We identified another issue, 2 in fact, that impacts the dispersion bloom in an unintended way that'll cause you to have more dispersion at times. Team's working on it. Yeah. And then someone replied to him, can you please also look into when head glitching on certain parts of the map and you ADS a target and clearly have them in your cursor, but your gun shoots the object you're head glitching onto. Oh, okay, this guy's just talking about head glitch stuff. That kind of shit happened in fucking 2042, actually, too. Yeah, so, but that's good. They're at least on top of it, and they're looking to get it fixed, so that's good. All right, so that's for that. That's it for that stuff, movement, gunplay, and vehicles and stuff. Anything else you wanted to bring up on that stuff before we move on?
No, just shout out the MP5 because it fucks. It's pretty solid.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I have yet to. I almost like switched from the M4 after a few. I was playing around and I got absolutely melted by SMGs. And in one gunfight in particular, I got fucking melted by an SMG at like 40 meters or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck out of here? What is that shit? I just got fucking roasted by an SMG at like 40 meters. Like, what the fuck's going on here? Which made me think to myself, like, well, fuck, maybe I need to switch to the SMGs. So, yeah, so maybe that'll be what I switch to. Yeah, we'll get into the progression, man. Holy crap, it's kind of wild. But before we do move on to our next section here, the classes, the class play, and some overall gameplay thoughts, we're going to take a quick break, and so we'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna go grab a beer real quick too, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Be right back, chat. Nope. I have not talked about the rangefinder thing, but I would appreciate it if you brought it up because I have some thoughts about the rangefinder. But anyway, I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, the rangefinder thing sucks lots. Hate that lots.
Okay, and we're back. Yeah. So Nope. What did I've been using the Gunner C. Oh yeah, Gunner. Talked about that already. Yes, Nope. You brought up the rangefinder thing. So what is the range? It's just I haven't figured out how to use the rangefinder. Actually, I saw the tool.
You hit B, I think. I've changed a couple of keybinds, so that may not be default. But no, you can rebind your rangefinder to your left click. So the second you fire, it zeros to that range, and you have 0 bullet drop out to however far out you can. 0 to
You
1,000
fucking-
meters or whatever. I don't
kidding
know.
me?
I've not paid attention.
Oh my
Yeah, that's come
God.
out in the last day or two. That's annoying. It takes all the skill out of sniping.
Yeah.
Between that and the sweet spot.
Oh, fucking hell. Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's wild. Well, were you not able to do that in the past? I mean, is that something?
I don't think you could rebind the rangefinder before. I think
Well,
it was just whatever was default was what you used. But I also don't know. I never was ratty enough to even think of doing that. I just
Right, exactly.
aimed up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. No, I suppose you couldn't. Yeah, there never was. Well, no, but you couldn't rebind it. Okay, yeah, because I mean, I know there was always some bind.
Yeah, there's
for
a bind but
for
not
changing the
that you can change
for
that
changing the
quickly.
range. Exactly. Yeah, you could change. Yeah, you could change it so that you could. Yeah, you would adjust your bullet drop. But you can never rebind it. Yeah, and so that kind of goes into one of the big problems with this game, and that's the menu system, and how fucking convoluted but see what they've. I think what they've. Okay, well, I think I'm thinking I'm overthinking a little bit, but yeah, this is just a matter of the fact that they allowed you. They're now allowing us to rebind basically everything. So the fact that you can do that, yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. You just use noped because you're a Chad King fucking Battlefield player. You're an organic Battlefield player. Noped. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we won't get into that, but that is cheese as shit, though. Yeah, that is cheese as fuck. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I might do it anyways, just because, but no, I mean, not really, because I actually already have. Sniping is, yeah, it actually is more satisfying when you're, because I've already fucking started, fucking getting people between the eyes when by adjusting for bullet drop, and it's satisfying as hell when you kind of figure out that, yeah, it's satisfying as shit when you figure out that bullet drop and they're shooting at you and they're not hitting you, and then you see their little fucking twinkle, but then when you fucking put one right through their head, and it's it's fun as hell. So that's interesting. Okay, so I guess cheese tip for podcast listeners out there. I'm not going to repeat it, so rewind the podcast and listen to it. But yeah, so interesting. All right, so class play, the classes, overall gameplay. So the classes. So how are we feeling overall about the classes and how they play? What are some of your thoughts?
Well, there's 3 classes in this game: support, engineer, and in recon, because assault's fucking useless. The fact that the adrenaline injector doesn't heal you basically makes it worthless. Like, yeah, it can minimize flashbangs or stuns or whatever, and you can run a little faster.
Haven't been flashbanged or
But
stunned
what
once.
the fuck is the point? If it doesn't fucking heal you, I'm just gonna unbind. I can't, because I can't do that for just assault. But it's so useless. The bonuses they get with assault rifles is nice, but assault rifles are broken. So again, what's the point? Maybe that will be better once spread is fixed, but assault's useless. Other than that, the rest of the classes seem good. Support's a little strong, but the medic is always strong. You can heal yourself, and now you can give yourself ammo. So
Yeah,
I kind of expected that. I wish medics were better at their job sometimes, but
it's
at least
it's
they're
not
there.
it's not gotten any better, and if anything, it's gotten worse. I'm fucking. Oh my gosh, dude! I'm like. Squad mates are running right past me. Medics are running right past me. It's like, God, are you serious? Fucking res me, gosh damn it. Yeah, all those things you said about assault are true. However, the assault ladder can be pretty fucking OP at times. Specifically for playing breakthrough and you're on defense, and more specifically on Manhattan Bridge. I don't know if you've been on there yet and tried it out yet or not.
No, I've barely played Assault. I think I've got like half an hour in it.
Well, anyway, I don't even know. I'm not exactly sure why I decided to play. I think one of the dailies might have been to play Assault or something. Anyway,
probably.
Yeah. So I was I was playing breakthrough and we were on defense on Manhattan Bridge. And the first I think it's one, or I can't remember if it's 1 or 2 points. I think it's only 1 point. But like it's behind, so defense is like in the like sort of like that you're by the water and there's like kind of like that playground behind you. But in front of you are the tall rocks. And then there's like the paths that kind of go in between the tall rocks. And you can vault up some parts of the tall rocks, but not all of them, unless you have the assault ladder. And then you can fucking you can use the assault ladder to get to some of the taller part of the rocks that you can't get to. And then you have got the fucking nastiest head glitch on the attackers. And we were like, I figured it out. And then other assaults started doing it on other parts of the rocks. They didn't even they didn't even come close to capturing that flag. It was hilarious. So in certain areas, the assault ladder can provide some pretty fucking wicked head glitches. Because I mean, I was deploying it, and I was walking up that thing, and I was just fucking, and they were not even thinking to look in my direction. I was just popping up in there and just fucking just roasting guys. It was hilarious. So yes. Assault mostly useless, but outside of certain situations, the assault ladder can be pretty fun and interesting. So keep that in mind. As far so to get a little bit more specific into engineers, the repair tool feels pretty good.
It feels way better than 2042. It repairs way faster, and the cooldown isn't as long.
Yep, the cooldown isn't, and a cool little detail that they added is that if you max out your cooldown, your guy actually changes the tank. He like takes the old tank off and he puts a new tank on. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
and I've
also noticed the head of the torch. If you're using it for a long time, like you're behind a tank that's in a tank battle or whatever, you're just constantly repairing.
Yeah,
the torch will start to glow red because it's so fucking hot.
Oh no shit! Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
it's super cool.
Yeah, it's just fucking so many cool little details in this game like that. I like the fact that they force you to spread out the mines when you're laying down mines.
Yeah.
I actually feel like that's actually a little bit of a balance thing, because in past games you could just fucking spam those things down, and it made it easy for you to fucking get out in the open, spam those things down, and then get out of the way. Whereas now it's like, if you want to get all three of those things down, it takes you just that little bit longer. So you've got to like kind of think about that, as you know what I mean? If you want to expose yourself for, I mean, obviously you're not always going to be doing that. There's going to be times where you're going to be laying those things down and there's not an enemy anywhere near you. But like in certain situations, that's something you got to think about. I mean, if you want to get all three of them down, you can just put one down if you want, obviously. But yeah, but I think that's kind of neat as a little balance thing for engineers. Have you used the RPG yet?
Yes.
That thing is fucking crazy.
RPG is good. RPG's spicy. I like it. It's way better than the law or whatever you get first.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, the law is it's the typical law launcher. It does the little lock on thing and the top down attack. It's actually we'll get into a little bit more when we get into the a little bit of the attachment stuff too that we're going to talk about. But there's all kinds of little details in the menu that you really have to pay attention to. I mean, in this case, it's obviously it's pretty obvious because you know, you can basically only get a top-down attack or hit with the law, right? The whole point is it guides, and then it at the last second it veers up, and then it does a top-down attack. The RPG, on the other hand, obviously it's a dumbfire, rocket grenade, so you can fire that thing anywhere you want. So you want to kind of keep that in mind. You're gonna probably use the RPG a lot, anyways, but I kind of think though the velocity is a little much. I kind of feel like they maybe need to nerf the projectile velocity on the RPG a little bit. It's wicked fast. I mean, it's wicked fast. There's people, and I get it. Part of the cinema of Battlefield is people shooting down the helicopters and stuff with the RPGs. But like, dude, I mean, like, McBango, friend of the pod, he's terrorizing other helicopters, and with ease too. Like, I partied up with him a little bit the other day. Like, in a span of like 10 minutes, he shot down like 3 helicopters with the RPG. I'm like, dude. And I started to think when he killed the third one, I thought to myself, was like, bro, I know. I mean, Bango's a Battlefield fucking Chad. He's a Battlefield Chad. He loves Battlefield and he's good at the game. But I'm like, dude, that's kind of wild that you like shot those fucking those helicopters down that easily. That's kind of wild. Yeah, Nopes kind of agrees with you. I think the velocity on that thing is just a little fast. I feel like that's got to get nerfed a little bit. And I noticed it. I mean, I haven't even tried to shoot down helicopters. I can just tell how fast the velocity is. I fired it at tanks. I was firing it at infantry on a game of Breakthrough on Liberation Peak the other night. So it's kind of wild. Yeah, support busted OP. Yeah, like you said, support is just busted O fucking P. Yeah, heals, revives. You get faster. You don't even have to. So obviously, the quickest way to revive is if you pull out your paddles. But if you're playing support, if you grab someone to revive, and with the stim pin thing or whatever, you get a faster revive that way too. So yeah, so it's pretty OP. And then recon, yeah, recon's recon. You get the do the sniper rifles get the sweet spot with every class?
Yes, but sniper rifles are not 100% accurate unless if you're playing recon.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So
honestly, I think recon in this game is really good for being really aggressive with. Don't use a sniper rifle, fucking obviously. But
yeah,
you got tugs, you've got motion sensors you can throw. They spot automatically for your whole ass fucking team. So
regardless of the weapon you're using?
Yes, regardless of your weapon.
Right.
So if you get aggressive with them, you're pushing a point, you can put a tugs down. They cover a lot of area. You can almost spot the entirety of some of these buildings that you can put them down in. The area of effect is large. And you can get really aggressive with it. It's quite nice, because that's how I would play 2042. I'd use Blasco and I would get really aggressive as a recon. I just equip a full auto gun, and you're a better assault at that point.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah. You are a better assault. That's right. Yeah. All those things are really useful. And then once you get down the unlock tree, you get the spawn beacon, which I have not unlocked yet. Sorry.
That's on assault. It's not on recon anymore.
Oh, assault has the recon. The spawn beacons. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's a development I was not aware of. Okay. Wait, I probably was, but I just forgot. But anyway, we'll edit that out. So, okay. Well, that doesn't make assault completely useless, I guess.
Just mostly useless.
Just mostly, yeah, exactly. But I have yet to unlock that too, so yeah. All right, so yeah, so there you go. So there's some thoughts on the classes. Yeah, and speaking of like gadgets and stuff, clearly I wasn't aware that the spawn beacon is on assault now. But there's really a ton of gadgets we don't know a ton about yet, because I mean we've not unlocked them. Some people have, we haven't. That's for sure. So I mean, yeah, that's the other thing too, right? I mean, like you've been kind of saying that in the Discord, like the game is gonna get real fluid and like really it's gonna get in dynamic, so to speak. It's gonna change a lot in the next couple of weeks as more and more people unlock all these different gadgets that we have yet to experience. I mean, not like on the levels of like 2042 with all the crazy specials. There's not gonna be any Boris turrets or fucking robot dogs running around, right? But
Sundance grenades.
Oh God, thank God, dude. The fact that I don't have to ever fucking deal with another Sundance grenade is just so fucking nice. Okay, well, all right. So let's get into another issue that we talked about on a Patreon episode, actually. And we've argued a little bit about this in the Discord. Where are we at with our feelings on support only having the smoke grenades?
I still think every class needs smoke grenades. Have you tried to play Breakthrough like solo? It's fucking impossible to attack. You have to trust that your medics not only have smoke grenades equipped, but they're also able to throw them in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. It's fucking Battlefield. Fucking Terry's on his 87th Michelob Ultra for the night. He just got done beating the ever-living shit out of his wife. You think he knows how to throw a fucking smoke grenade in the right goddamn place? No, he barely knows where he is.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with that because Terry is on his 87th Michelob Ultra and he's fucking tilted, for sure. And that's most Battlefield players, because I mean, as we know, fucking the majority of this player bases are terrible at video games. That's not entirely true, but anyway, you're okay, yeah. Well,
It needs to be more than just support. It
needs to be more than just support. Exactly.
Assault,
yes.
At least.
It 100% needs to be more than just support. Junkie Boy with the 86 bits, with the x86 bits. What is that, Junkie Boy? Is that some kind of like CPU reference? But thanks for the 86 bits, brother. I appreciate it, man. No, I agree. It needs to be more than just support. But in my opinion, you only needed to add it to at least just like one more class. I think as people get more used to the game, I think they'll because there is more smoke in the game. But obviously it's not going to be available on every mode. The M3, I believe the tanks, the gunner seat actually has a secondary equip, and it's actually like a smoke grenades. It fires 3 smoke grenades in front of the tank to provide cover. But of course that's in a fucking tank. So I get it. That's definitely not the same thing. And those aren't always going to be on the map. So yeah, no, I agree. At least one more class has to have smoke grenades, and they should give them to assaults for sure. That being the case though, I'm pretty happy with the lack of nade spam in this game. I feel, you know what I mean? 2042 nade spam of all kinds was just out of control. It was smoke everywhere. There were Sundance grenades. There were fucking frag grenades. There were incendiary grenades everywhere. If they never make an incendiary handheld grenade available in this game, I will
it's
not
already
mind.
In the game. I just don't think people have unlocked it yet. Medic can have it. They can have smokes and incendiaries.
So
everyone else can fuck themselves on smoke, though.
You're right. Yeah, really. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, I know for a fact I'm pretty sure there's a launcher that's gonna have the incendiary. There's the thermal bear. Oh, are we talking? Is it an incendiary or is it the thermobaric? Is that what it's called in this game?
It's an incendiary grenade, hand thrown grenade. There's
Okay.
also the assault thermo whatever the fuck yourself is
Yeah.
grenade.
And that, but the assault only gets that on the launcher. And you
Yeah,
can,
that's a gadget.
it's a gadget, and you can either equip that gadget as a standalone handheld gadget, or if you equip the undersling on your rifle, then it equips to your rifle, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the case because I was messing around with that a little bit. That we'll talk about the weaponsmith too. So there's that. So okay, so there's still the thermobaric launcher. So there is a handheld incendiary. Okay, well, here's hoping that handheld incendiary is not nearly as bad as it was in 2042. Like, hopefully the area of effect is kind of small, and hopefully the duration is not very long, because God, the nade spam in 2042, it was terrible. It was terrible. Okay. So speaking of all those things, have you guys noticed the progression being pretty slow? It's fucking this is like, dude, some of you kids have no idea. Battlefield 2 had some of the fucking slowest progression, and it was one of the first times you could actually like kind of track your progression. It was pretty cool, like, because it was Battlefield 1942 in Vietnam and 2142, and then Battlefield 2 came out, and Battlefield 2 actually had this really cool screen that showed you like your progression. But this was like 20 years ago, so it didn't work real well. But like, I never unlocked everything in Battlefield 2, but this feels like it's like that level of like progression slow. I mean, it's pretty bad. Like, what did I say earlier? I've got 24 hours in this game. What level am I? I am level 20. I'm at level 20 with 24 hours in this game, and I've only been using the same weapon. I've been using the M4A1 pretty much pretty much exclusively, and I've got it to mastery level 17. That's not even halfway to 50 is its max. I guess no, 17 is not that close to halfway. It really isn't. So so progression's kind of slow, to say the least. Sorry, I'm looking for. So there's that, and that's probably a little frustrating for some people. So that brings us to our next thing. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what level are you actually?
I am also level 20. I think I hit that last night. And then I immediately got off. My highest level gun, I think, is the MP5. It's like 10 or 11. My M4 is level 7 or 8. And then the other one I've been using a bit it's the second LMG, the DSR, I think it is.
Oh.
ESP, DSR, something like that.
Okay.
It's a box magazine. It's more like an assault rifle than an LMG, and it's like level 5. And I've used it a bit.
Right. Yeah.
It's still only level 5. Yeah, the progression is slow. I don't know what was so wrong with having your kills be progression for weapons and then XP for leveling up in general. Maybe it's because people cheesed bots and portal servers, I would be my guess, but fuck me, is it slow.
Probably, yeah. It is. It's terrible. I mean, I kind of mind it because I don't want it, because it feels frustrating. It's like, I don't have the kind of playtime that most people have. So it's like, I want to use a variety of weapons, but like, I also feel like if I use a variety of weapons, it's going to take me it's going to take ages to unlock any, attachments for all these different. Exactly. If I go just switching up weapons every time I spawn which is, you know, something you like to do in a Battlefield game. You like to grab a weapon that's good for a situation or good, you know, good for a particular, strategy you're gonna try to employ, right? Yeah. So, so that's kind of frustrating. Junkie Boy, I just saw in the chat 86 bits for the 86th Michelob. Let's go. 86 bits for 86 Michelobes. Let's fucking go. Terry loves his fucking Michelob Lights. Good Lord. Those have got it. Oh my God. That's actually fun. That's actually that's a funny, actually, little fucking meme. Actually, the fucking that's a fucking meme beer. I mean, are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you fucking seriously drinking those things? I could drink fucking 86 of those things. I don't think I'd get drunk. I don't think you can. There's not enough alcohol in them.
Maybe if I drank them through my ass instead of my mouth, I could get drunk on Michelob Ultras.
Let's go.
But just bog standard drinking, I don't think it's gonna happen.
We enjoy the Michelob Ultras through our ass here at the Objective. Let's go.
Get the funnel out. I got a case of Michelob.
God, good Lord. But yeah, anyway, yeah, what a fucking meme beer. Good Lord. Nope, you got the M4 at 28, but wait, the M4 carbine, because the assault rifle is the M433, right?
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, the assault rifle is the M433. So I assume you're talking about the M4 carbine. Nope, yeah. You got that bitch at 28? Damn, dude. Yeah, you've been grinding for sure. Because I've been using it exclusively. And yeah, I've still only got it at 17, but I've been, OSB and myself are working stiffs. OSB's a fluid bitch, and I'm a fucking, I pull a handle for a living. So, yeah. So anyway, all right. So let's get on to our next little thing here real quick and look at some tweets from Battlefield Comms, because they have tweeted a few things just recently. Here right here, actually just fucking 18. This was just 18 hours ago. Or did I? Oh, okay, no, I did see this one actually. But let's go back to. They're talking about register. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through a couple of these real quick, just to show that, this is the stuff that they're on top of. Although they also did, yeah. Oh God, I just noticed some people complaining about, so I guess Conquest games were taking a little long, because I saw some people tweeting about the fact that they were, hitting the counter. The time was expiring before tickets, expired. Which that's it. The thing is, that was actually a fairly common occurrence in past Battlefield games. Actually. It was.
Yeah, it meant that the teams were fairly well balanced.
Yeah, it meant it meant you had good team balance. Yeah, I mean, it could have meant a lot of things, I guess. No, but you're talking about the M4A1, the carbine. Yeah, that's cool, man. Actually, I'll get into that a little bit more though. The attachments. I don't know. We'll get into it. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Like, I saw someone complain about that, and I was like, dude, I've been there before. Like, I've watched the time run out. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. This is exactly what this person complained about. This person, they were only down by 45 tickets, and with like a minute left, they took all but like 2 flags. But they weren't able to take the ticket advantage before the time ran out. It sucks to be you, I guess. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I remember that happening quite a bit in Battlefield 4, I feel like. I can remember that happening quite a lot. Specifically, I want to say on Goldwood Railway. Because it was such it was such a large-ass map. And it was a good balanced map, and like there was never, I don't know if there was some blowouts sometimes, but like the flags would stay really there, even or just a slight advantage ebb here and there. And yeah, you would win by, your team would still have 37 tickets left, but your opponent would have 20 tickets left. And when the timer ran out, you won because you had 17 more tickets than your opponent. Yeah, that was a really common occurrence, actually. It was the ticket bug mostly. Yeah, there was that too. There was a problem with ticket bugs in the past games too. Exactly. So like, I don't know. Quit whining. I mean, I don't know. That was something we dealt with in past games, anyways. But that was something that But in response to that, they tweeted about a change that they made. We've reduced the starting ticket count across all Conquest maps, so matches finish at a more natural pace. Previously, many rounds were hitting the time limit instead of ending when one team ran out of tickets. I mean, what I've heard, that was did none of the, are all the fucking like, are we the only ones that remember that shit? Like, that was pretty common.
Well, and I've never once had a Conquest game end because of time limit in this game.
I haven't yet either. Yeah, no, I have not yet either. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, there was so neither team lost tickets. Nope. See, what's funny is I was in a lobby, and only one team wasn't losing tickets actually, and it was the enemy team. Yeah, in fact, they just had no tickets. There was like their ticket counter was basically like null. And even though we were capping flags and things were going back and forth, our team was the only team losing tickets and we lost, of course, because So yeah, there's some kind of weird ticket bug going on for sure. Yeah, so there's that. And then they messed with some out of bounds stuff on Manhattan Bridge. And then just about 18 hours ago, they said this minor Battlefield Update 1.0 this minor quality of life update focuses on backend stability to help us prepare ahead of the upcoming Battlefield 6 Season 1 update. So yeah, so it was like a backend kind of update. So there you go. So, they're on top of shit. They're getting shit done. All right, we're going to move on to another section here. We're going to talk about the playlists, the challenges, and some gunsmith stuff. But before we do, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Yeah, it's just a quick one. All right, we're back. All right, so let's talk about the playlists. Quite a variety. Quite a variety of games. Yeah. A couple or one that we don't quite fully understand yet. What do you call it? Escalation. Yeah. Yeah, don't quite I mean, I understand it, but I still don't quite exactly understand like the movement of and the removal of the flags, like how it triggers or why you trigger it.
Yeah.
Yeah, still not exactly sure about that. Yeah. So, but so yeah, lots of. I mean, and again, this gets into a little bit of one of the things we should probably get into. While the game is, we've got a lot of positive things to say about the game and we're liking it. The menus in the game itself of the presentation, far better than 2042, no question, like far better. But the menus are a fucking mess, like really kind of a fucking mess. Like I really hope like at this very hour, like right now, someone at DICE is like sitting up, looking at a flow chart, looking at a way to streamline these menus and like make it seem a little less confusing and a little less convoluted. Because right on the main screen, like you see, like I can look at it right now. You go to the main screen and you've got the bulletin. Okay, you got featured, which has a whole list of things to choose from: breakthrough, escalation, conquest. Oh, okay, cool. Then there's the campaign. Then there's multiplayer. Okay, attack and defense, CQB lockdown, escalation. Just more stuff to choose from. If you click on multiplayer, that is where you get the custom search. In the custom search is kind of useful. I've actually found it to be a little useful actually myself. And then you go to community. Community is what Portal is now, and it says server browser. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. And for whatever reason, these little orange dots will not go away. Like, I don't know what I haven't selected on these things. Like, what do you breakthrough?
You might have to go down the line.
Oh, I got to go all the way down the line. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Every time you open the game too, which is super fun.
Exactly. I know. It's like, okay, great. And so there's that part of it. Then this is where they really need to do the most work. Like, okay, so up at the top of the screen, you've got play, loadouts, challenges, and profile. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. But then you go to loadouts, and then you I want to see a way to customize. I want to go to weapons right here. I don't want to click on one of the fucking classes, see everything, and then click on the weapon. And then select a weapon, and then select it again, and then hit customize to fucking get into the gunsmith. Like, this is kind of crazy.
So, fun fact. When you are selecting a weapon, right-click it. It takes you straight into the customization menu.
All right, there you go.
You don't have to click your blueprint and then go in. You can just go straight in.
Pro tip from OSB. I would have never have thought to fucking right-click it right here. Okay, yeah, so I went into loadouts, I click on assault, I right-click on the weapon, and I am immediately in the gunsmith. Okay. Well, pro tip, let's go. That's pretty awesome, actually. All right, that's good. That's not bad, actually. One thing I will give them credit for, if you're on mouse and keyboard, or probably if you're on controller too, very easy to jump back and forth between the firing range and the gunsmith. That's pretty easy. Yeah, you just hit Z to get in the firing range, and when you're in the firing range, hit Y, and boom, it jumps you right back to. So you can like do a lot of customization in your weapons and do a lot of really fast jumping back and forth. So that's actually kind of nice there. But they also, I want to be able to change the name of my loadouts. I want to be able to change the name of them. I feel like I need to I think more stuff needs to be bound to the loadout too a little bit. But I mean, obviously there's the what do they call these again? The training path, which is what unlocks different perks that you're gonna get in game. Obviously, we'll delve more into that kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so that's all a little confusing. The challenges. Okay, so here's my question about the challenges, and I don't know if you know this, and I don't know if it sounds like other people are already doing weapon and class challenges, but okay, I do have some of them. Okay, some of them are unlocked, so you don't have to complete all of the initiation challenges to unlock the other ones.
The class one I think unlocks at level 20, and weapons unlock at level 23.
Okay, so that's when they were unlocked, is when I leveled up to a certain. Okay, I gotcha. But see, it wasn't clear on the menu at all, when they unlock or whatever. So, okay. Yeah, because now I have, because I'm level 20 now. So now I have access to the assault challenges. At first, this seems a little, confusing, but if you just, click on each individual item, sort of, whatever icon or whatever it is in the menu, and it tells you exactly what you need to do to, to progress it. So...
and you can track those challenges in the menu, and you can just hit escape or I guess the start button on a controller, and it'll pull up your challenges on the right side of the screen and match, and you can see where you're at with them.
There you go. Yeah, so that's helpful too. Yeah, and most of the stuff that you get, you're earning XP boosts, and it seems like there's a lot of camos that are unlocked through this challenge system. Yeah. So, Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, I won't get too much more to that. The thought I was just having was like, well, once we complete all these, like, what are I mean, are there going to be more? Are they going to kind of add to this kind of stuff? But we'll delve into this stuff a little bit more, like maybe on another podcast. Yeah, the gunsmith works fairly well. It does feel a little odd, like. Well, is there a right-click option on for some of the attachments now that I'm thinking about it? Like
That I don't know.
yeah, I don't because the only thing about like so like I click on like say the barrel attachments. I click on it, and then like I would love to see information on whatever I hover over. Like in fact there's a ton of room under the attachment. Well, there is for the barrel because there's only 4 of them, but you have to click on the attachment. Then you have to like click on it again to equip it. If you right click on them, no, it doesn't like equip them. Or you can hit spacebar to equip them or whatever. But it does change the stats each time you click one, so that's nice. And then you can, and then even right there, you can even jump in. This is another nice thing about the firing range. Even when you're in a specific attachment menu, you can hit a button to get into the firing range. That's actually pretty cool. That allows for very quick, swapping to like, if you really want to get a feel for how each change you're making is actually affecting the weapon, that makes it really easy to do that. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, so there's that. Now the amount of attachments is a little weird for some things. Like there are so many sites. How many of those sites do you think you're going to use?
So far I've used like 2.
Right, exactly. And I don't know about you. I've exclusively been using the iron sights on the M4. I've tried a couple other of the optics. The iron sights and the M4 kind of fuck. I mean, they're like, it's nice. Like I love them. I can't even see myself using any other sights. Yeah, so it's hard to say like, it's cool that there's so many of those, so many different attachments, but like, I don't know. I feel like we're really only going to end up using like maybe 15% of some of them. Some of them, the advantage you get versus whatever downside they have. It's like, it seems some of them just seem very obvious to use. Obviously different ammo types are going to come into play. Different magazine sizes will come into play. But like in terms of some of the underbarrel attachments, maybe those will be situational, but it seems like 1 or 2 of those seem like a good way to go. I don't know. We'll see though. I wish my only kind of gripe about the gunsmith, I kind of wish they would have added, options for the stock. And that's just because one of my favorite, I don't know why, it's kind of a weird thing to like have a favorite thing of, but like one of my favorite things about changing the weapons in the Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty games, for some reason it was the stock. I loved it when you could, because it just changed the look of the gun in so many different, because the stock can vary in look, it can vary in its looks so much, So I always really dug that, like, when you had an option for different stocks, that it was, it changed the way the gun looked, and it really, and it was always a big factor in changing the way the gun handled, whether it was, for mobility or like accuracy or stuff like that, right? So yeah. Oh, you're using the red dot 2 times, huh? Okay, interesting. But the irons for team deathmatch, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see. I'm definitely like, putting myself a little bit of a disadvantage if I'm using the carbine on, like Conquest or Breakthrough or something. But most of the time, dude, the iron sights are fucking great on that gun. So, yeah, so there's that. Oh, we already talked. Yeah, we talked about the menus. Okay, yeah. So let's delve a little bit deeper into the attachments. This is kind of a big one. I was talking about if you were paying attention at home. I was talking about earlier about how, like, if you look at the descriptions of the attachments in game, there's a lot of information there, and it's very specific, and some of it can be very important, specifically to the muzzle attachments, or the muzzle attachments, the part that goes on the end of your barrel, and the Exclusive Ace made a really good video about spotting in the game and how you get spotted, and he goes into a lot about how you get spotted, in general ways, and then he gets into what barrel attachment or muzzle attachment you're using and how that can affect how you get spotted. And the interesting thing about this is if you pay really close attention, and actually, we don't need to really go through the whole. If you're listening to this, I'll put a link. I'll try to remember to put a link to this video in the show notes. The Exclusive Ace on YouTube. It's a very useful video, and it gives you a really good primer on like how spotting works. But if you go into the game, and if you notice, I'm going to go into the game right now. I'm going to go into muzzles. I'm going to go into, what do they call? See, that's the other thing too, is like when you go to the things, it doesn't really say what actually the attachment slot is. Anyway, so if you go to your muzzles, specifically your flash hider, right? So the flash hider is actually like the default thing on the M4A1 carbine. The description of it in game says fully hides in-world spotting and reduces the range where a soldier is spotted on the minimap. Fully hides in-world spotting. So a lot of the way spotting is working in this game is basically just like, obviously there's still the Comrose button that you can tap to spot someone. Have you noticed that it's actually kind of difficult to get someone spotted through those means?
You have to be right on them. They have to be basically center of screen.
Yes, right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. I was like, okay, so they have to be center of screen. Like, so if they're all okay, I get it. So you have to like really have them like zoned in, like right on the center of your screen.
Yeah, they have to at least be on your crosshairs.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, because I've like hit the spot button quite a few times and not gotten a spot, but then sometimes I have. So, but here's where this comes in kind of handy, is that's not the only way you'll get spotted. Obviously, as we said, recon. Now, is it just when recon is aiming down sights that they'll spot you?
I think so, but I don't remember offhand.
I gotcha. I would assume that's the case. Or if you just fire your weapon without the flash hider or a suppressor. So if you fire a weapon without the flash hider, and the flash hider is the very first one that comes on your weapon, or if you fire it without a suppressor, you get spotted in world, which means you get a red square over your head. For anyone that is basically within range or within view of you, unless you have the flash hider on. You don't get spotted. That's kind of useful information. So like, it's interesting to read. I read that and I was like, oh, that's pretty useful. I'm glad I read that because if you go down the line of the next muzzle brakes that you unlock from there, there's two brakes actually. There's the single port brake, the double port brake, and then the linear comp converter. I don't know. I like swapped those things onto my gun, and I noticed like a little bit of a difference in, the precision or whatever, the recoil, but it was like not enough to not use the flash hider. If the flash hider is in fact going to hide me, because none of these hide you from in-world spotting. If you're using any of these brakes, when you fire that gun, you're getting spotted and, on the map within, if you watch the video, Exclusive Ace breaks it down really well. You have to your character has to be being like sort of like viewed in a very specific kind of way sometimes, but to get spotted. But I don't think so if you're firing without the flash hider or a suppressor. Like you fire your gun, you're gonna get a red dot over your head for I don't know how long
It's just while you're firing.
It
At
is
least.
only while you're firing. Okay. Okay, so it is only while you're firing. And Cramped Club confirmed it is like, yeah, it's only while ADS. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so that's pretty useful information. So pay attention, like, and there's other things too. There's like there are, again, like we're not gonna get too granular into it, but we'll break some of these things down in some future podcasts. But there's some information in there that's pretty useful, like that one. It's like, I mean, like, find out for yourself if you want. Like, swap out those attachments, and if you feel like, no, I really like the way this one feels because I like it's making me feel more accurate, and I want to use this one. But like, be aware you're gonna get spotted a lot more often unless you're, because you're not using a flash hider or the suppressor. So, and yeah, there's definitely some other things on some of their other attachments that, like, I like that. That's sort of the give and take. Like, it isn't like a super like we're not gonna like really drastically change the way the gun handles, so to speak, but you're gonna get some like balance issues with how you get interacted with in the in-game world or on the mini map, right? Like, or yeah, you know what I mean? Things like that. That goes into another. I want to like kind of like meditate on that a little bit more too. But like, I feel that a lot of things in this game, they're subtle, but they're little things that they did to balance the game. A lot of little things that they've done to, like, they might not seem like it on the surface, but like, I'm just noticing little things about the way the class plays. The class gadgets and all these little things, like I mentioned, the engineers and how you have to lay down the mines, right? Just some little things like that are like helping, like, that are, I think they added them into the game as little like kind of like balance things, like that muzzle flash. It doesn't help your gun gain any accuracy or less recoil or anything, but that's pretty nice little feature. You can fire that gun and barely get spotted. That's kind of nice, and it's not a suppressor, and it comes, it's the very first thing that you unlock, so that's kind of cool. So that brings us to some talk on visual and audio stuff. And so we won't spend too much longer here on this stuff. We'll just kind of, this is kind of like this is kind of the stuff that a lot of people have been talking about. Specifically the sound design, like we were talking about earlier with the tanks. It's really just pretty fucking stellar all over. The sound design in this game is fucking amazing. Like, everywhere. Have you like got a good like sort of like a sense of the sound of when a big part of a building collapses?
Yes.
It sounds amazing.
I had the sledgehammer equipped. I was playing, I think, Breakthrough on Empire State Attacking. And there was a guy that got into one of those accessibly inaccessible rooms. Like, there's a second story of a building, but there's no like staircase. You have to use a ladder or whatever to get in.
Right.
And I hit the floor of his floor, the ceiling of mine, with the hammer a couple of times. Took the whole fucking building down. It sounded awesome.
Yeah.
And I got a couple of kills out of it. I probably killed some teammates too, but like, whatever. That's fine.
Well, yeah, Battlefield, exactly. Right? It sounds fucking great. And you can even kind of hear it when you're in the tank. And it's just like, going back to the tank, like, you can hear you can hear every little squeak of the tread, and then you can even like hear terrain like being crushed under it, and you can hear like when the turret moves, you hear the little servos and the fucking hydraulics moving the turret. It's so awesome. When you're in the helicopter, I'm telling you, some lucky fucking audio designer for DICE they must have taken him in a ride in an actual like Apache or like some kind of like military helicopter, That's the only way I can think of that they captured the audio of the inside of the helicopter when you fire the countermeasures, because when you fire the countermeasures in the helicopter, you can just hear the, like, you just get the sense of the devices leaving the cylinder. You know what I mean? Like you like hear the like sound of the devices leaving the cylinder as they're jettisoned out of the helicopter. And then you can hear the whatever you want to call it, the sparkle sound. I don't know what the fizzing sound.
Chafe.
Of the chafe, yes.
Chaff.
Of the chaff.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes. So, but you hear this like bassy, like thunk, 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 thunk. You know what I mean? Of the fucking canisters, of whatever, leaving the fucking helicopter, and then you hear that crackle of the chaff. And you hear it so perfectly and you hear it so crisply. It's so fucking awesome. Like, it's badass. Have you fired a minigun on the transport helicopter yet?
Yes.
Sounds
those
like
sound
an
spicy.
actual fucking minigun. Like, sounds legit like a fucking minigun. Like, it's badass. When you're firing the tank shells, when you're firing the gun on the IFV, whatever it is, yeah, there's like, I'm just noticing, like, the sounds of the explosions, the sounds of the jets going overhead. I mean, it fucking, it just sounds so legit. Like, it sounds very exactly like you would think. Like, you've probably been to an air show. You know what it sounds like when the fucking Blue Angels or some fighter jet flies overhead. It sounds just like that. It's just absolutely fucking stellar. Like, look, just get at whatever the video game awards are. Like, if this game doesn't fucking win the award for sound and sound design, the whole awards are an absolute sham. They're just a complete sham.
They are.
Well, they are anyways, exactly. But if this game doesn't win an award for sound design, it'll be an absolute travesty. The sound is like, they're not even a question. A fucking plus. The sound design in this game is so fucking good. I love it. I'm just, every time I play, I'm just like loving it. There's plenty of cool cinema moments too. Like you see helicopters getting shot down. They really did a good job for the destruction too. It doesn't seem it's not too much. You can blow out a lot of walls, but it only seems like certain structures that will like completely lose integrity and then cave away. Yeah, it's not like every single structure does that. So that's kind of cool. And then the sound of that is awesome. Like I'm pretty sure I took out a couple of guys on Sobek City. Oh yeah, I don't even have a thing about the maps in here. Well, yeah, that'll be next podcast. Yeah, we got plenty of other stuff to get to. We can break down a lot about the maps and everything. Visibility is still pretty. It's like
it's rough.
It's kind of rough. Yeah, some maps like Siege of Cairo, like way too much dust in the air, like way too much shit floating through the air, and then just like. Yeah, there's plenty. If you're looking into a dark area, sometimes it's like way too dark. And if you're in a dark area and you look to some part of the map where it's really bright, it's like just totally washed out and it's hard to see, But also too, I mean, I guess I don't know. Do you want to call it immersion? Do you want to call it a little bit of realism? I don't know, but like. Soldiers, enemy soldiers kind of really are blending in with the environment a little bit too much in certain areas. I'm getting I'm getting killed a lot and have no clue where I got killed from. Like no clue. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Visibility's rough. I heard something, and I don't know how true it is, that the reason everything is getting so washed out is that it is using HDR calibration instead of auto HDR, and it's just making stuff overexposed and really dark.
That would interesting. That would make kind of makes sense. HDR, because I don't have HDR on. HDR is garbage on computers. Actually, I think it's okay on consoles, but
It has a lot to do with your display. I thought HDR on PC was bad until I got an OLED monitor, and now HDR is fucking awesome.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I could see that being the case. Yeah, I don't have an old. I've got a my Sam. Oh, I don't. No, this is not an OLED. I'm pretty sure it's not. Anyways, yeah. Turn off the film grain and vignette. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, I've got film grain, vignette, and the other one off. Whatever I can't remember what the other one's called, but yeah, I got those off.
Chromatic aberration.
Yeah, the chromatic. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. Sometimes the visibility. And I feel like even though this, like, we were saying earlier, the servers were good on launch and they behaved and there weren't too many problems. I do feel like I'm fucking and I thought we were playing on 60 hertz servers. I really feel like I'm fucking getting killed behind walls. Quite a lot. But that could be the Bloom thing too. Because if the bullets are acting like really wacky, like then you're getting shot at times, and you're getting shot probably at times when you probably shouldn't be, right? Like your ass cheek is getting shot because a fucking random, because the bloom is weird.
Your pinky toe's getting shot because it sticks a millimeter out of cover, and then the bloom is getting around the pole.
Something like that. Exactly. That's what it seems like. And that's what I was talking about earlier with the kills that I get. I feel like I'm getting kills like that. Like, I feel like, how did I kill that guy? Like, half of his body was behind the cover while I was still shooting at him, but somehow I landed those last couple of bullets and it killed him or something. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like I'm even getting the kills that feel suspect like that. So yeah, so I don't know. It could be a latency thing, or it could be the bloom. I don't know. So, anyway, so yeah. But other than that, yeah, environmental light doesn't seem to be too bad. Like, the sun doesn't like wash things out on maps. Like, the sun isn't like blinding you on any of the maps so far that I can see. Like on Mirac Valley, like for the most part, the lighting on Mirac Valley is actually really good. It's fairly even, but it's still got a moody feeling with some clouds off in the distance in one area, and so yeah, I mean, for the most part, the lighting doesn't seem to be the problem. Like, as long as you're just out in the open. It seems like dark areas are a little, yeah, and then like soldiers are blending in with shit, and so, which is, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know I don't know like how to approach that, because like, battle dads will tell you like, well, your guys are wearing camouflage. They're supposed to blend in with the environment. Yeah, but I'm also playing a first-person fucking shooter game, and I want to see the people that I'm shooting at, or I want to see who's shooting at me, right? Anyways, so. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into that some more anyway. So anyway, that's the end of our show notes, boys and girls, and that was a fucking long one. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna play tonight.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, this went late. Yeah, it's a weeknight, and yeah, I think I remember on the Patreon episode we talked about maybe playing a little bit tonight after the pod, but yeah, I don't know. I might. We'll see. I don't know. We're kind of caught up at work, so I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, but that's it, boys and girls. That's the first podcast of the Battlefield 6 era. And yeah, I feel like we covered a lot of the initial stuff we felt like covering. A lot more to get into. I mean, like the game, the progression is so fucking slow in this game. Been playing it since essentially, I had all last weekend. It's Thursday. We've had all this week, and yeah, I've barely unlocked anything. I've unlocked plenty of vehicle stuff because I've been flying the helicopter a lot and unlocked a lot of tank stuff. But yeah, tons more. Well, there'll be tons more to get into as we go, boys and girls. So yeah, so that'll do it for us for this podcast. Yeah. So thanks for listening, everyone. If you're new to the podcast, thank you so much for checking in on us and listening to us. Do not forget to like, or subscribe on whatever platform you listen to. Rate us, leave us a review. Don't care what it is. Leave us another awesome review, or we got a comment. We'll talk about the comment next podcast. Hopefully, and you know what, sir, who accused me of saying that Seals slide cancel. I know you're listening. I know you're still listening because you listened to the last podcast. I know you're not done with us. You know why? Because there's only two options. There's the Battlefield 1 podcast with Tom and his partner, and that's a good podcast too. And then there's this one. So you want to listen to Battlefield content because you love Battlefield, clearly, because you clearly don't want fucking Adderalled up kids, jumping around corners and killing you. Like, that's what COD is for. Right? So you want Battlefield content. So you're here listening to us. So I know you are. So thank you for the comment, because comments are interaction. Interaction is great for podcasts. And that's my point. So leave us rate us, leave us a review, and I don't care what you say. Just do it, because interaction is interaction, and that's great for podcasts. So anyway, that's going to do it for us, boys and girls. Did we cover anything? Anything else you want to mention before we go?
We're so back, boys.
We're so back.
Fucking back.
We're so back. Let's fucking go. No, we are pretty back. Yeah. Again, we kind of started off at the beginning of the podcast touching on that a little bit. This game makes 2042 look like some kind of fucking high school project. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. It's like they put their heads down. They made a real game. It's working. It's incredible. Yeah, that it deserves to be said again how well that launch went, outside of the snafu with EA Play, with the EA app. Outside of that launch was fucking amazing. Really amazing. Just servers weren't crashing, people were playing, queues were long, but we're getting through it. People were getting into the games anyways. Yeah, it was great. We're back, and this game is only gonna go up from here, as long as it sounds like they're sticking to what they were talking about. The whole thing was built with community feedback and Battlefield Labs, the beta, all that stuff. The devs are on Twitter. They're getting feedback. They're talking about it. So, there is the whole thing with Electronic Arts being owned by Saudi Arabia now, but that's for a whole nother podcast as well. We could kind of get into the business of that and how that might affect the game, but that's for another podcast, for another time. And this time is over with. So thanks again, everyone, for listening. We love you out there. We will see you in, I don't know, maybe about a week or so, or hopefully, probably about a week or maybe a couple of weeks, maybe. But maybe next week. So we'll see. So stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.
Deuces.
All right, we're out. And I don't have music. There we go. Yeah. I don't know, I might play.
No, I shouldn't. I need to get to work in the morning, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't either. Because actually, I got a job to finish up. I got a pretty big job. I got to make sure I get finished up. But I'm still probably going to play a little bit. You don't have to, dude. It's totally cool.
Oh, I'm not going to.
Yeah, no, don't.
And get scammed, idiot.
Exactly. Tomorrow night, boys. The boys knows what's up. Yeah, the boys know what's up. Tomorrow night, Friday night, Battlefield. Yeah, we'll be playing some more for sure, so. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I just want to play Battlefield all day.
Dude, I fucking feel ya. I mean, I would too. If I didn't, if I could take the day off tomorrow, and I would. Yeah, I would too. I would fucking play, like all day. I would look at the challenges. I would look at what challenges. Although I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I was a little annoyed with the initiation challenges where you had to play small game modes. Oh yeah, that's team deathmatch fucking blows. I don't know.
Well, it blows in every video game.
Well, yeah, it does. I don't know what people. I kind of dug squad deathmatch though. I thought squad deathmatch was actually kind of fun.
That might be okay with an actual squad. I joined with a bunch of randos as a solo queue with VoIP off, so it was awful. I played my 2 games and left.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah. Well, in one particular game, I actually got kind of lucky. I think I ended up on a squad with 3 guys who were partied up.
Squatted up.
Yeah, because I noticed they would get in certain points and then they would fucking hunker down. And so I was like, okay, these guys want to hold this area. All right, so we're gonna hold this area, and it was fucking fun actually. One guy was like, checking this point. One guy was kind of moving around looking, and I think I was playing support. Yeah, it was cool. And then once you got attacked, everyone was on top.
Yeah.
It was neat. It was actually pretty fun.
King of the Hill's really good. I really enjoyed the couple of games I played of that. Domination's okay too.
Yeah, Dom's okay. Yeah, I don't know. King of the Hill I played a couple of games, but I think the map that I played on, I didn't like it with the map.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was like it took fucking forever to try to get to an area. And then like even when you approach the area, like you were getting shot at in 3D. You know what I mean? There was a guy prone on the ground down the alley, and then there was a guy like up on a 3rd floor somewhere. Yeah, so it was like, oh fuck. That's like, how the fuck am I supposed to get near this fucking point? Yeah. Yeah, I've played a little bit of Rush. Yeah, Rush on Liberation Peak was actually kind of fun. I actually thought it was kind of fun. I was defending on that, but I think the last point. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, that base that's like kind of like built into the hill at the end of Liberation Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. The attacking team kind of like, actually, we almost won on the second set of MCOMs defending, but like, seriously, they had like 5 tickets left, and they got it armed, and they advanced, and then they advanced all the way to the that hill, the last sector, with the command post in the hill, and they couldn't even get close. They couldn't even. Yeah.
The one up on the hill at the top of the hill.
Yeah. They didn't even come close. They armed B a couple of times, but they never came close to the one up the hill. Yeah.
Yeah, I did get to play with a couple of buddies the other day, and it does play a lot better when you're partied up versus solo.
Right? Oh yeah, for sure.
Even if you're just bullshitting, not taking it seriously, it seems to play a lot better.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got it open, so might as well play.
Yeah, might as well. Well, you have fun. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I should be on and playing like around like 9:30, 10 o'clock or so.
Yeah, I figure sometime between 9 and 10 I'll be on.
Sweet. Cool, dude.
Cool. Well, we'll see you.
All right, man. See ya.
Deuces.
All right, boys. Yeah, I'm going to play a little bit. I'm not that tired, actually. I am a little tired, but... All right, so I'm going to kill Discord here. I'm going to stop recording. Yeah. Let's go. Cincinnati won? Oh, no, but they didn't cover. Oh, I'm okay on the spread. Woo. Oh, no, Pitt was favored. That's right. It doesn't matter. I lost. Oh, my God. Andrew Filipponi has got to get his fucking nipples pierced tomorrow. Are you serious? How did this happen? I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this has happened. The fucking Cincinnati Bengals beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I can't believe that. What? You fucking contrarian bitches. There's no shot you knew Cincinnati was going to win. I cannot believe they lost. I don't care. Jamar Chase got me 27 points. That's all I care about. Hope I wasn't playing against him in my other league. I was! No! That sucks. That sucks. Oh, that's okay. It's only one guy. I'll be right back. cannot fucking. I cannot. I still can't believe fucking. I cannot believe Pittsburgh lost to Cincinnati. That's fucking crazy. Oh man. Oh, these people are bummed. I'm playing against a guy who started the Steelers defense and they're minus. Oh no. Oh no. What a mess. The fucking NFL is just an absolute mess. Please use a keyframe frequency for 4 seconds or less. Currently, it's not often enough, which can cause buffering issues. I think I'm gonna go offline on YouTube. Well, no, whatever. Thing is, I can't change the. I don't think I can change the